you all for coming. We're going to be showing the art of Kobudo, which is not really well known. Kobudo translates into old weapon blade or old blade. It originates in Okinawa and goes back as far as the early 1300s. One of the things that I want to emphasize about the weapons you're going to see today is that this is not a military art. These are not battlefield weapons. These are weapons that would have been used for self-defense, for law enforcement. Okinawa being an island in the Ryukyu archipelago was very popular for trade between different Asian nations, Japan, India, and so forth. So piracy was a big concern on different ships. So a lot of the weapons here were used for, as I said, self-defense, law enforcement. In the 1600s, the Japanese Matsuri clan invaded Okinawa. Is that better? In the 1600s, the Japanese Satsuma invaded Okinawa and they put a ban on the practice of all martial arts, including weaponry. And so there's kind of a romantic idea that the unarmed farmers and fishermen took to their daily tools and defended themselves against the samurai. And unfortunately, that's not historically accurate. As I was saying, you probably didn't hear me, most of these tools would have been used by law enforcement and possibly used for self-defense by as a civilian fighting art. The first weapon we're going to look at is the bow, which is probably one of the oldest weapons that ever existed. Every culture, every ancient civilization has used a stick of some sort as a tool or a weapon. The bow that we use in Kobudo is the Rokushaku bow, which is 6 foot, and it's tapered, which differs greatly from the standard Japanese or Chinese bow. The first kata that we're going to show is Shono Konichi, which was created by Soishi Sensei about 150 years ago. Gentlemen, please. Shono Konichi. Thank you, gentlemen. The kata that we're showing, every kata that we're going to demonstrate today can be traced back at least 100 years or more. And kata was used as a means of transmitting knowledge from a teacher to a student. Very little was written down for fear of it being, the secrets being stolen. And so what we have that survives history is the kata. And the kata contains all the strategies, tactics, attacks, and defense. It's basically simulated combat that the teacher would have wanted to impart to the student. The next kata that we're going to do is Tokomini no Kun, so I'm going to ask these gentlemen to step off, please. And Tokomini no Kun is also around 150 to 200 years old. next weapon that we're going to show is the sai. Now the sai is one of the weapons that probably never had its origins in Okinawa because they don't produce iron ore there. So it was likely an imported weapon used by law enforcement as an arresting tool. The first kata that we're going to show with the sai is Higaonna no sai. So with Kobudo, it's a very kata-heavy art, and so our goal is to try and preserve as many of these traditional katas as possible. When you're learning Kobudo, the first thing you learn is the kata, and then we start introducing a partner, and you start actually, banging sticks against each other or working on the actual combative strategies and tactics that are contained within the kata. The next weapon that they're going to pull out is the nunchaku. Let's maybe face this way. The nunchaku, again, an easily recognizable weapon probably to most of you. Most people probably look at them and call them nunchucks. They're actually nunchaku. Its origins is kind of an enigma. It's believed that it was at one time a horse bridle that would have fit on either side of the horse's face, and then the bit would have been in the mouth, and they could have used that as a weapon. However, there's other historical evidence to show that it may have originally been a Chinese weapon. The kata they're going to be demonstrating is Nihon no Nunchaku, which is just basic nunchaku kata. Mr. Howard, I'm going to have you do Kobu, please. Mr. Howard's going to demonstrate a more advanced nunchaku kata called Kobu no Nunchaku, which means old nunchaku. The next weapon that we're going to show is the tonfa. In some dialects, it's called a tuifa. You'll probably recognize this weapon as it's something that you might have seen police officers carry at one time. Its origins, as far as we are aware, historically, would have been used as a handle in a grain mill, so they'd be able to turn a large grain mill with it. You carry one in each hand, and would have also been carried by law enforcement.
Oh yeah, I mean.
The concept that they're doing is Soken no Tonfa, created by Hohan Soken. So one of the last weapons that we're going to show before we start getting into some of the actual two-person work is the kamas. The kamas, again, is probably one of the few that was actually, may have been used as an agricultural tool. You actually see people cutting the grass with these. So it's about a 12 to 14 inch handle with about a 7 to 8 inch blade, one carried in each hand. Mr. Howard's going to demonstrate Kanagawa no Nishogama. Now we're going to move into some of the two-person work, where we actually start looking at some of the different distancing and timing concepts that are in Kobudo with Mr. Bao.
Michael was following me for a while. We did our walk around the lake.
Side facing the street, stepping forward, Yokoichi. So now we're going to move into more what we call free sparring. So this is something that we start introducing slowly as the student becomes more comfortable with the weapon. At this time, we're not wearing any protective gear or anything, so it's going to be going a little bit slow. But this is not prearranged or choreographed in any way. Please show the bow. Good. Go ahead.
lot.